Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Really appreciate it. Let's go. So it looks like Honda wants to go toe to toe with BYD. Oof. BYD has been killing it out there in the Chinese market, and Honda wants a piece of that pie, especially on the EV segment. When it comes to EV, Honda hasn't really been pushing EV that hard, especially here in the States. We've only had just several, not a lot, but they've been kind of like making a lot of hybrid vehicles because that's what sells. Most people don't really care that much, at least a long time ago. But now it started to shift during the pandemic when everything was shut down, and at some point where gas prices were skyrocketing, people were purchasing more EVs, more Teslas. But I feel like the FOMO has actually weaned down to now EV prices are actually going lower, which is a good thing for consumers, so we can actually afford some of these. But when it comes to BYD, it's definitely been dominating that Chinese market like crazy. Even Tesla can't even compete with BYD, and the amount of technology they have in their vehicles, and just the fact that you can go to one of their stations, park your car, and they'll remove your battery and then give you a fresh battery. That's freaking insane. That's good because the downside of EVs is just the charging. If you go to a charging station, whether it's a fast charger or a level 2 charger, if it's a fast charger, sometimes you'll wait between like 30 minutes or higher depending on the wattage that your car is able to charge to. When I had my Ioniq 5, you could go up to 350 watts on the charging, but the most you would get is like 200 and something watt. It still takes it doesn't take that long. It takes 15 minutes, but a battery swap is so much faster comparing to, charging the vehicle. Now, if you have a level 2 at home, then it might take you from like 6 to 8 hours, depending on how low the battery is. You just do it overnight. You plug it, you go to bed, and then it just does its thing. But I tell Honda good luck because it's a very, very hard market, and it's been dominated by BYD, especially on the EV market. But let's go. Let's get into it. Honda takes on BYD with new Yi EV brand, shows SUVs and the GT concept. Honestly, they both look great. Obviously, both. The three of them look good, but I'm not a fan of this. But then again, it's a concept. It's something that I gotta tell myself. It's a concept. It's not what the actual vehicle is gonna look like. The things that will change, just for me looking at it, is definitely the lights. It's gonna be changed. Most definitely is going to be changed on the full production version of it. The Yi P7 S7 crossovers will hit the roads before the end of 2024, while the Yi GT concept previews a production model set to follow by the end of 2025. The EVs will ride on a new China-developed architecture, offering an option between single rear-wheel drive, dual all-wheel drive electric motors. The Yi series will be sold alongside the existing E and series in China, expanding the Honda zero emissions in the region. So I think I did a video on this a long time ago on the Honda ENS2 and the ENP2. Kind of looks like a Civic. Let's see, let's go back. Honda has announced a significant expansion of Chinese market lineup with 6 new electric cars for Yi series of EVs. The automaker revealed P7 S7 crossovers, which is set to hit the roads by end of 2024. How are we getting a concept when they expect to have the production on this thing on the roads by 2024? We should be getting like prototype side by side. But anyway, starting the crossover will go on sale by the end of the year. The blue P7 is described as more sophisticated, yellow Yi S7 as more emotional. Both EVs share a similar profile, boosting black pillars, flush door handles, mirror replacing cameras, angular wheel arcs. Nevertheless, the notable distinction emerged in their front and rear design. The Yi P7 embodies a Honda askew appearance, whereas the Yi S7 gives us Cadillac vibes. So let's go. So this is the P7. Yo, that's it kind of the back kind of looks like the Prologue. Just a little bit. And then we have the S7. So that's supposed to be more sporty. It does. Looks like a Cadillac in the back. It does. It does. And then, of course, you have the GT, which is the one I like. Looks nice. I like that. I like the GT version better. Let me know your thoughts. Do you prefer the GT, the S7, or the P7? But then again, we'll never see this here. It ain't coming. The futuristic interior has a driver-centered design along with chassis setup focused on delivering sharp driving dynamics. Furthermore, the front passenger has access to a special far-focused display offering a special similar to private theater. It remains to be seen how many of these features will make it into the production version that will appear before the end of 2025. Yee's P7 S7 GT concept will make their first public outing at 2024 Beijing Auto Show. So I'm definitely going to be looking out for that. Before entering production by the Dongfeng Honda and I can't say it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Honda joint ventures. Honda wants to introduce a total of 10 EVs in China by 2027, including 6 models from Yee's series. The automaker believes that the EV shift is proceeding rapidly in China and carries on with its goal of becoming an EV-only brand by 2035. So that timeline is slowly approaching, that they all want to do that by 2030 is when they're trying to do it. That's like, what, 6 years from now? That's not a lot of time to switch to a complete full EV. And it's unrealistic, to be honest. I mean, look at how long it took from driving cars with vehicles to transitioning over to hybrid, and then now we're slowly transitioning over to EVs. EVs are fun. They're great when you do city driving, but when it comes to highway driving, they fucking suck. I should know. I used to own one. You get terrible mileage when you're driving on the highway because you're consistently on the throttle. But the stop and go really does give you the best bang, especially if you commute within the city. I think that's like the perfect, like EVs are fucking perfect for that. If they can make an EV that works well in the highway, I would purchase that like right now, because most of my commute are usually far away and it's a lot of highway driving. I rarely drive city. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.